What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
This is not
Not
another damn
another
podcast.
damn podcast.
Presented by, all
Our
right,
damn selves.
so 307.
307. That is correct.
Yeah,
Wow.
07. We are here. Yeah, well, we've been here, but yeah, 307 times we've been here. So
A lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful summertime shy in the spring weekend. Yeah. Till the rain hit Saturday night.
Stop till it wasn't.
Rain hit Saturday night, yeah, which me and Babe, we had a little mini road trip this weekend. Went up to Rockford, my other neck of the woods. Shout out my Power 106 fan with the Breakfast Club and everything, after breakfast with Oz, man, all of that. Shout out all that. We went to kick it out there because it was the final home game for their hockey team out there. So we had the little VIP party, which I'm planning to do. Like we talk, I won't say exactly what me and you are doing in Chicago, the Chicago version of that. Not giving details because it's our thing.
Yeah.
I'm
We ain't doing
planning
that.
that coming up within a couple years. So the
Mm-hmm.
VIP part. Yeah. So I already said enough. But we had the VIP suite. Got to kick it with my people. Esco, Let's Go, KJ, all of them, Diana, all of the crew, and a bunch of listeners. Yeah. So
Nice. It's a lot of fun.
yeah, it's definitely a good time. Babe's first hockey game, so she was like into it. Yeah, a fight
Yeah.
actually. So you actually went a good day. It's like
Fight broke out, oh Lord.
so you got to see. So yeah, they actually fight in hockey. It's like not like NBA fight where they pull them apart and then eject them. Like no, they actually fight, and you get to stay in the game in hockey.
They just put you in the penalty box for a couple of minutes.
Come back. It's like
Like, okay, you just cool out. And then you just go
like
back
you
in.
said, he's still in the game to do this. I was like, yeah, it's hockey. Even though he started the fight, yeah, he goes sit in timeout and then he comes back.
And they actually
fight, yeah. We're getting thrown to the ground, and I was like, oh yeah, we got us a fight going on.
Well, I guess it's a lot of adrenaline in that because you think about you have to know how to
It's hard
skate.
as fuck.
You gotta skate. You gotta know how to skate first.
I'll take that back. I've never played ice hockey. In gym class, we played
Yeah, we played floor hockey. We did that.
So I have played hockey, and that was difficult to an extent. But like ice hockey, got to be like the hardest sport out there.
It's like you have to know how
You
to
have to
skate
know how
for
to
one.
skate, and you got to be able to hit this tiny ass puck.
The puck is about this big, and you gotta hit this puck.
You hardly ever score. It's like like the score was like 3-2. That was the final score. The Rockford lost, by the way. But they got to fight at least. But yeah, 3-2 was the final. So yeah, you hardly ever score. You got to know how to skate. You on ice, you cold as fuck. It's like,
and then it's no ties in hockey.
it's
right?
it's ties, yeah. But yeah, like
I thought they didn't do ties.
They go into like an extra period, and then if it's like after the extra period, if it's still tied, then you got to tie. Yeah, hockey is like. It's like you don't.
It's like
you don't keep playing until it's over. But like with basketball,
exactly, it's
like
weird.
You have 7 overtimes. You keep playing until
Much
as like
and 5 players just available because everybody's fouled out by then.
Whereas with hockey, like, okay, we give you an extra period. If nobody has the lead by the end, then okay, it's just time. Football is the same way because football, you definitely not gonna do all this too rough yet. So you will get the occasional tie in football. Like doesn't happen a lot, but ties do very rarely happen. Only exception is the Super Bowl, obviously, because you need a champion. So the Super Bowl could technically go on forever, like if it's a tie. Like we've only had one Super Bowl like going to overtime, like which was a couple of years back. It was only one because the Super Bowl is like, okay, we have to have a winner for that. Yeah, you can't ain't no participation trophy. So yeah, you got to have a winner. Yeah. Eventually, cats will probably just like start tanking the game and shit after. Okay, we're playing this game for 4 hours. Let's just lose on purpose.
Yeah, but hockey is like I said. I've never. I mean, I take that. I did watch something on TV before, but I've never watched like the whole game.
When the Blackhawks were winning, because that's when a lot of people got into hockey.
It may have been
when they were winning.
It may have been. I think it may have been around that time.
Years ago, around when the Hawks were winning them Stanley Cups. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, well, I said, let me see what this is about. I kind of was like, and then I was like, nah, this really isn't me. Like this really isn't my You
I'm a sports guy, so like I won't say hockey is my favorite, but I can follow it. I know the rules and I'm into it. I was actually into it, yeah, the game. Yeah.
maybe if I knew the rules better, maybe I would be more into it. I think that's what it is. I really don't know the rules that well. So
Me, I won't choose to watch hockey, but if I get invited, I will go. Like I say, yeah, you want to check
mhm.
out hockey? Yeah, okay, yeah, let's go. Yeah, like
And
it's
if you're like
not my first choice. Yeah,
if you're like in a sports bar and like if it's on in the back, you're not gonna be like, I'm not watching that.
yeah,
You'll
I'll watch. Yeah,
peek up, you look at it, like, okay.
especially if it's like the Blackhawks, like a team I know. Like I check. Like okay, I'll look at a little Blackhawks hockey. Yeah, but good time. Yeah, and then on the way back, yeah, we got hit with a storm. So there we it was
Yeah,
storming. Yeah.
that storm that started coming, I was like, yeah.
I heard in the background, you're gonna appreciate it. I heard dun 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 dun. Heard that in the background. For my Wizard of Oz fans, you're at for my Wiz fans, you're at depending on
Yeah,
which film you grew up watching.
it was bad though, but we did get to enjoy a little bit of nice weather. So that was the sneak peek of what, people get to see prior to summer because April is over halfway over.
Yeah.
Taxes, you should have had your taxes in. If you don't have your taxes in yet, you better hurry up and file them extensions.
Erwin's coming.
File them extensions. Hurry up, talk to your accountant, get your extension filed.
You don't want Erwin knocking at your door. The rest
You
of
don't
appreciate that. You don't want Erwin.
you don't want the I, the R, or the S knocking for you.
Erwin's coming. Damn it.
We'll get it together. That's my advice I tell people. Fine, get your extensions done. Then in October is when
or face the
you
penalty.
get it. Or face the penalty, yeah. Oh boy. We got to enjoy a little bit of nice weather because like the kids got to go outside and they got to see the backyard for the first time. They got to really go out and enjoy our backyard.
He moved in, it was winter, so he obviously wasn't doing anything outside. Yeah, so
I just let them look out the blinds before. Okay, see, that's the backyard. That's our backyard. You can't go outside. It's too cold. And now it's like, okay, they went out. They were running around playing, playing with their little cars outside. Khalil lost a car in the rocks outside because Ariana buried it, and then he was crying. And I was like, I don't know what she did with it. I was like, we'll find it eventually. She was like, he told me to from him. And then we were like digging, trying to find it, and we couldn't find it. And then he was crying.
It wasn't the one I bought him.
It was a little Hot Wheel. It was a little Hot Wheel.
It was a Hot Wheel, we'll say.
Yeah, it was a Hot Wheel. It was like this.
Money, and then you buried it a week later. That'd have been hilarious.
Well, we could have been able to find. We were able to find that the Hummer, but that little bitty Hot Wheel. I was like, I don't know what to tell you.
I'm just saying. So if the Hummer was gone, I'd say okay.
I was like, you gotta keep up with your stuff, sweetheart. But they did have a good time though.
Yeah. Since we already started going down that road, let's just stay in sports then. Fucking Bulls eliminated from the play-in. Let's stay in it.
Well, yeah, eliminated for like they win, they would have gotten the playoffs. So close, but no cigar.
So no playoffs. So it's actually a step back because the Bulls made the playoffs last year. This year, no playoffs. They made the play-in, but didn't make the playoffs.
So I said close, but no cigar because they won the first qualify. With them being the 10th seed, they had to win twice.
9 and 10 got to win twice. Yeah.
You got to play twice. 7,
That's
8,
the thing. You guys only got to win 7, 8. Like if you win your first game, you're in. You automatically.
You're done. You win. You win.
You automatically get the 7th seed if you're in that 7, 8. 9, 10, you got a road. You got to beat your opponent and then play the loser of 7, 8. And then
7, 8. And you know that they're hungry. The loser of 7, 8. You know they're hungry because they won
Miami because Miami technically was the 7th seed, so they lost ground by losing that game. It's like so now we fighting for the 8th spot, even though we're the 7th best team in the East.
Right.
So they definitely were hungry. It's like so we're not.
And then they lost at home.
We're not gonna lose our the 7th and 8th spot. It's like we already gave up our 7th spot.
A team that they were better than.
They were
better than the Hawks. They were.
Yeah, like the 7th best team in the East. Yeah.
They were better. I mean, even because sometimes
people forget 1 year ago, the Miami Heat were like one Jimmy Butler a shot away from the NBA Finals.
Yeah, NBA Finals, right.
Yeah, because Jimmy took the shot, like, yeah, with the game on the line, he just didn't make. If Jimmy makes that shot, they go back to the finals last one
Yeah.
year ago against Boston, yeah, when they were playing Boston. Yeah,
But your seeding is important, but my thing is like sometimes seeding like the top, obviously at the very top, like one, two, three, like those pretty much are
you're in the driver's seat.
accurate.
You're in the
Those are
driver.
pretty accurate, but sometimes when you get start getting under a certain thing, it's like it can be kind of false, can be kind of like fool's gold a little bit because somebody could have like had a hot start, like for example, the Bulls last year. The Bulls were the sixth seed last year. They
Was
necessarily
probably a play-in team last year, but
at the end of at the end of last year, they were not
after
necessarily the sixth
Alonzo
best
got hurt,
team.
they were probably a play-in
And
team.
that's what I'm saying. They were not necessarily the best six. They was not necessarily the sixth best team, like consistently, because what happened is they jumped out to an early lead. Because like they were like the best team at the time when the season started because they were clicking. They were
They were one
rolling.
of I
But then
won't say
when Lonzo went
I
in,
won't say where they were the best team in the East. They were
well, you
one.
know what I mean. They were clicking.
You
They
had
were clicking.
you had Giannis, and then
Yeah, but you know what I mean. They were consistently like every week they
like
were
they were
winning.
one of the better teams. I get you. I give you
They
that.
were one of the better teams. Like they were like if you consider the top tier teams in the East last year, if you look at okay,
Bulls are like
Milwaukee,
four in the
they
East.
were in that top. They were in that top tier. Then the mid level, then the lower, then the really lower. They were in the top tier when the season started. But then after Alonzo got hurt, then because you pulled out to such an early lead, even though like they were slipping, they lost so many games like after that. But because you won so many before that, they had an early lead, so that's why they were able to still like do this to number six to like barely like dig there. And it was okay. We just made it to six, but technically they should have been a play-in team last year. Honestly, they should have been playing last year.
Team last year. They just
They should have been
got
playing.
off to the hot start, and that's what saved them.
Yeah, but the fact that with the play-in, you do have to win twice if you're a 9 and 10. So the Bulls, they won. They because everybody counted them out for Toronto. So the fact they won Toronto was like that was a good feel that they won and beat Toronto because nobody, even Mike Wilbon was like, I love my Bulls, but he was like, they're not going to beat
Probably should
Toronto.
have lost that game, but Zach LaVine.
Even he was like, they're not going to beat Toronto.
Zach LaVine played out of his line. They probably should have lost that Toronto game.
Yeah, Zach went on another level, and then they started missing threes later because the thing that they always say, like, you live by the three, you die by the three. So like they started missing their shots. Like Toronto was making their shots the first half. They started missing the shots in the second half. Shots that they were making the first half, they started missing. And then once the Bulls took that lead, like a lot of times, like because the Bulls were up, not the Bulls, the Raptors were up 19 points at one point in that game. And if you basically have control of the game, the whole game, and then the third quarter, now the score is tied at the end of the third, you probably going to lose because that person climbed that hill and like now it's like, okay, now we tied. I'm gonna beat you now. Like you didn't knock them out. Like you should have knocked them out when you had the chance, but they didn't. And that's what happened. So they knocked out Toronto, and then it's like Miami, Miami had the lead, and then the Bulls kind of came back. They took a slight lead, and then my thing that I say lost in the game is when they took out Drummond in the what was that, in the third or was it the fourth quarter?
They took out Drummond and Kobe White too early, in my opinion.
Yeah, especially when they pulled Drummond out. I'm like, why would you pull him out? like why? Because Drummond was grabbing every single.
Which Vooch needs to go.
Miami was getting no second chance.
I'm in the team, but Vooch needs to go now. That's where I'm at. Sorry, Vooch. Like that was it.
Miami was getting no second chance.
That play-in game was what determined it for me. I think.
Yeah, he got no second. They were getting no second chance shots because it.
Before that, I was on the fence about bringing him back, but yeah, now I'm like, nah, I don't bring him back. Vooch needs to go.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Drummond at this point as a starting center. It's like I think Drummond
should start. I do.
I think Drummond's better than I bring Drummond back before I brought Vooch back. Just me personally. That's where I'm at.
Because Drummond, what you have with him, like I mean, Drummond is a starter. He could start on any team. He could start. He's a starter. Unless you have somebody like that's just unless you have like a Joel Embiid, obviously, he's not going to start over nobody like that. You know what I'm saying?
Win the MVP, in my opinion. We're going to come back to that, though.
Right. You got to have somebody like that. But if you just have like a regular team with like your point guard is your star, or like your shooting guard, whatever, your forward, whatever is your star, not your center, then he can start on that team. So I think that they should, push Drummond to the start because he was clearing that glass, and that's important. Like the Bulls, they didn't have the rebounding. Rebounding helps you win. It does. Like the second chance shots, the 50-50, like you need a guy who can go in there and
it's important.
Do that. And they just didn't have that. And like as it started slipping away, like when the Bulls went 5 points, and then when they just stopped playing, and I'm like, they stopped playing when they went 5 points. It was still like 4 minutes left in the fourth or something like that. It was still a sizable amount of time left. And I'm like,
you're like, yeah, we got this. And my Chris Rock
that's too much time left. That's too much time left. You can't like piss away 4 minutes of time in basketball. You just can't. So
but
I'm like, I don't know. I'm just watching this game, like, and then when Miami just went up, and then when they lead balloon to 8, and then I just turned off the game after that. I was like, I don't want to watch them get eliminated for playoff contention. I just turned it off. I didn't watch it go to 0-0. I was like, I know they're it's like 30 seconds left and you down 8. Like you ain't gonna win. You ain't winning.
Now, and I don't expect any miracles like from 2008. Because a lot of people are saying that because the Bulls are technically in the same spot they were in when they got Derrick Rose. It's like, they got the
I saw the post earlier.
I was like, I don't see lightning striking twice. So they get the number one
it's
pick.
It's a 1 point.
They had the 1.7% chance. Like, but that's not gonna happen every time. How many times? What's the odds of it happening twice? Come on, knock it off. To watch the lottery happen.
Well, let's speak it. It's not gonna happen. So you say the opposite happens. So it's not gonna happen.
So that way I win either way. Because then if they don't get it, say, well, I said it wasn't gonna happen. If
it's not gonna happen.
They do get it, I was using reverse psychology. So
opposites day. Well, Derrick Rose was from Chicago, so we knew he was coming home. So
that was clearly rigged. That
oops.
It was clearly rigged.
But
here's your playoff picture right now. The playoffs have started, so like we have some wins. I won't talk about that because we're doing this in real time, so it's gonna be more wins.
Yeah.
But this is these are your matchups right now because, like I said, we had Saturday games, and after we record this, we have Sunday games. So you have had wins. It's like
Well, it's in full effect. So this is actually my favorite time of the year. I love watching the playoffs. Like I love basketball. So
okay, well let's go through this then. Like you want to start west and work our way east? How you want to do this?
We can start west.
Okay. All right, Nuggets, Timberwolves. Okay. Nuggets in 4. Let's just call it a sweep.
Nuggets in 5.
Okay, get a Timberwolves 1. Okay, yeah. Let's say
have some humility.
If they not fighting each other, you saw when
I forgot about that.
And what's his name? Bear is like, and then what's his name broke his hand punching walls.
Round 1, fight.
Doing that shit. Maybe they do steal one. It's like I'm still going Nuggets in 4 because of the dysfunction.
I forgot about the fight. Yeah, it might be a sweep. I forgot about the fight. I forgot about that.
That's why I said Nuggets in 4. Okay. Suns, Clippers.
I like this matchup. I still say Suns because Katie got the fresh cut.
Suns in 5. I'm going there. I'll get a Clippers 1.
Suns in 6.
I don't think we ain't gonna get playoff P. I think he's still injured. And playoff P has been kind of a joke anyway. I think because
I thought he was injured.
I think he's still out. I got to look and check and see if he's back.
Suns in 5 or 6.
Now here's the one I'm interested in. Kings Warriors.
Kings Warriors.
This is the might be the most interesting first round matchup to me. The next one too, but we go right here. This might be because the Warriors are technically still the defending champions.
Yeah, they're the defending champions, but
Kings been hot in their first playoff, like first time they made the playoffs since
C-Web.
This Weber and since that era.
Mike Bibby.
Mike Bibby was there. Vlade Divac that era. Like the last time they made this. It's a long time since the Kings made the playoffs. Rick Adelman was probably still coaching.
And I did watch that game the other night with them. I did watch that. Yeah. Well, I mean, I dozed off, but I mean, because
it was Kings took game one. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but
and the Warriors can't win on the road, so like they're struggling on the road. But my thing is, the Kings are young and they haven't been here before. The Warriors have done this dance a lot.
De'Aaron Fox has never been in the playoffs, for example.
Yeah.
The bonus has some playoff experience because of his time with Indiana. He has some experience, but he doesn't have a lot though, like Sabonis. But
and then Harrison Barnes has it, obviously, with
Barnes, the Warriors. Yeah, he won titles with Golden State.
The Warriors. So really outside of like Harrison Barnes, it's like, it's like, okay, these other guys, like
I'm going
I don't know. The Warriors, like I said, like they always, like I said, even like they could struggle, but when playoff, they know how to lock in because they do this. This is what they do. They know how to lock in for a playoff. They know how to do
I'm gonna go Kings in 7. What you got?
Warriors in 7.
Okay, that's our first time we differed. Okay.
I still, because they're the champions. Like, I mean, it's just hard for me to go against Steph and Clay. It's hard for me to go against them too. Like, even if they do play subpar in the regular season, and playoff is a different animal. It's a different beast. So
okay,
it's gonna be a dogfight though. It is. It's gonna be a dogfight, that one.
Okay, Grizzlies, Lakers, another great Western Cup. Because if those been sleeping, like these ain't the same Lakers that were like struggling the first half of the season. Like people that if you haven't watched basketball since like January or February, you like think that like, they're not your typical 7 seed right now.
They're not.
Lakers been balling since they made those trades, like when they got Rui Hachimura and they got and D'Lo, like since they made those trades, like they
made the right trades, and
they've been a different team. They got rid of Westbrook, like like those trades actually, and Beverly. Yeah, sorry, Chi-Town. Yeah, they got rid of Westbrook and Beverly. It helped the team,
especially Westbrook.
And they added like D'Lo and like players like that. It made them a different team. So this is gonna be but Memphis still got Ja Morant.
Ja Morant is Ja Morant is like the best parts of Allen Iverson and Derrick Rose put together. That's what he.
I always say he reminds me of MVP Rose. Yeah. Well, MVP Rose's Achilles was LeBron. No, yeah, so that's stuff when he ran into LeBron.
Ja Morant's like Derrick with like a better shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, with like a better 3. Like he's like Derrick Rose with a better 3. So Grizzlies in 6.
I'm going Lakers in 7.
Grizzlies in 6. But we differ again. I can't. I mean, even though it's LeBron, but still, Ja Morant and I think that they got in his behind because after he had the gun and everything, they said, don't blow this. I think somebody got in his ear and like they talked to him and was like, you about to blow this.
You getting your shot,
this is your shot.
You fucking it up.
This is your shot. So I think that's what happened with him. So he got talked to, and now he's selling. Long as Daddy Morant, sit on the side, cheer for your baby, cheer
Morant,
for your son.
Just be a father. Stop trying to
be a father. Cheer for him.
Stop being the homie. Be a father.
Yeah, be out there and cheer for your son.
All right, to the east, my brother. To the east, or to the east, my sister. I should say.
Sister. Yeah.
Okay. Bucks, Heat. Bucks in 5.
Bucks in 4.
Going sweep. Okay, yeah. Milwaukee been playing on the next level.
It's Giannis.
Yeah, and they just been balling out. Like watch that.
Yeah, Giannis. Yeah, that's gonna be a sweep. It's a sweep, I think.
I'll give one because Jimmy Butler got hurt and shit. So I'll say.
And then I'm a little bitter because they eliminated my Bulls. So like I'm bitter.
So you want it to be a sweep. That's all. Not let you think it's gonna be a sweep. You want it to be a sweep.
I'm bitter too a little bit. I'm a little bitter, baby, because the Bulls could have won that game, but whatever. Bucks in 4.
Jimmy's a goddamn warrior, so I'll say Bucks in 5. Yeah. Cavs Knicks, another great matchup.
This is the best one to me because I said this yesterday. I was like, this one is probably going to be the best.
Listen, I like Kings Warriors too. Like those are the two.
Yeah, that one has potential after watching it.
That's why I had the Kings Warriors going 7, and this one I'm probably going to have going 7.
This is going 7. Cavs Knicks is definitely going 7.
I got my
Now, who wins that 7? Let me think.
I got mine locked in. Let me hear yours. It's gonna be a good ass
Let
matchup.
me think.
I'm flip flopping.
Let me think. Because like, I was flip flopping too. Because
I'm
this one is
kind
the
of
one I was not certain about at all. I'm like, ah.
this one.
Um,
I'm just gonna go out there for overthinking. Cavs in 7.
Knicks and 7
Okay, we differ again. Okay.
because
Tom Thibodeau is the fucking man. I'll give you
Tom
that.
Thibodeau is the man, and Julius Randle,
Julius Randle been playing out of his mind. Yeah.
and then Spike Lee. You know, Spike.
The
You know, Spike
intangible.
is Spike. He's the sixth player on the floor.
Cavs don't have a Spike Lee. Like, I don't even know
Spike
who
is the sixth player on the
is.
floor. He
Who's
is.
the Cavs super fan? I don't know. It's like so. Yeah.
Well, like the Cavs, like they got a nice squad. They do got a nice squad.
They deep. Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell, like he's
Donovan
bananas.
Mitchell, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley,
Yeah.
the Fro. Yeah, like they
That's
got.
why I was like, this is my favorite one. This is going to be the best matchup of the whole series. I think of the whole first round. Rather, this is going to be the best one in the first round because this one is like I'm like either way. That's why I'm like this is going 7, and I think the Knicks are going to pull it up. It's going to be real close. It's going to be like this. It's going to be so close, but I think they're going to barely pull out because the Knicks haven't been. They want to be like, yeah, okay, I know the last time you won a title was 1971, but they want to. You see what I mean?
73, but close enough. Okay,
I was close.
Within 50 years, either way.
50 years.
Been 50 years.
Yeah, 50 years. I didn't carry the one. 50 years.
Either way, it's been 50 years.
50 years.
However you do the math, they ain't won a title in 50.
50. Curtis Jackson, 50 years. They haven't won. So
Bucks broke their streak after 50 years a couple years ago. Will it be the Knicks' turn?
Exactly. They want to be the one to say, hey, and then Tibbs knows how to coach in the playoffs. He does. Like
Tibbs wants to lead a team because he won a title as an assistant with Boston, but Tibbs he wants to lead a team to the championship, though. Yeah.
He got to the conference finals with the Bulls.
Yeah, they made it. They ran into LeBron and them, but they made it.
They ran into LeBron. They should have won, but whatever. I'm still bitter about that.
The Bulls decided Keith Bogans was good enough at shooting guard. That's what that was. Had they upgraded the shooting guard position, Bulls might have won championship number 7 that year, but who knows?
So, in my face.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
okay, yeah. Go ahead, Kim.
Oh yeah, so I was just saying that that one's gonna be great. Sixers Nets.
I'm going to Philly and 5. I don't know.
5, yeah, Philly and 5. Okay, so we hear.
Yeah, because Brooklyn's not terrible. Everybody, I thought they'd be terrible after.
They're not terrible, but
they traded away KD and Kyrie and Harden after they traded Simmons kind of sucks, but overall is they not bad. Yeah, they're
not terrible, but Joel Embiid
he got something to prove. Yeah, and he will be the MVP. This he should be, in my opinion.
He's the MVP.
It's down to 3 guys, and he's like at the top of the pack to me. It's Embiid, it's Jokic, and it's Giannis. That's the only 3 guys who should be in consideration for.
All bigs. Look at that. Look at that.
That's the only. That's the only 3 that are like in the conversation. And to me, Embiid has been playing.
Embiid is ahead of the other 2. All great players, but Embiid is, he's the MVP.
Led the league in scoring this. If you don't realize, Embiid won the scoring title as a center and shit. He won the scoring title this year. Dude been dominating and shit.
Yeah. Was he having like 34 a game or something? Like something crazy? Like what? Yeah, I think Sixers in 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boston, Atlanta. This is gonna be more interesting than you would think. It's like Boston, they having their struggles now. Like it's like the opposite of last season. Well, like Boston last season, they got off to the mediocre start. Then they got hot in the second half of the season. Now this year they got off to the hot start, but now then they started having their struggles in recent months. So yeah. Mm-hmm. So
sorry that part stem from like you losing your coach. First of all, that happened. That was the first thing that happened
before the season. So that was like
you lost your coach. So that already put like a cloud already over. You know what I mean? A cloud was already there.
Yeah, but I'm still going Boston and 6.
Boston and do I want to say 5 or 6? I'll say 6.
I like Trae Young. I'm going Boston.
I like Trae Young because Trae, like he's.
Yeah, I wish they would have played. I wish the Hawks would have played again when he shushed the Garden. I wish that.
He's
So,
ice cream.
so that's our first. I don't know if we want to do a whole bracket, because we got some difference. I guess we could we could come back to this if you want.
Yeah, we could come back and see like how well we predicted.
Yeah.
But I mean, we did pretty. We were pretty matched with our stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Like you went with the Warriors, I went with the Lakers. So a couple of the Western Conference ones we differed on.
And then the one in the
On your
East.
Cavs,
Yeah.
Knicks, that's gonna be the close one, like you said. Yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna be close. It's gonna
Here's
be
here's a little nugget of knowledge that a lot of people didn't realize. Like, this is the first time since LeBron has been in the league that the Cavs made the playoffs without LeBron. It's like,
oh, look at that.
Because both times when he left Cleveland, when he took his talents to South Beach, and when he went to the Lakers, the Cavs instantly became a
Became a bottom team.
basement dweller. But this is the first time they've made the play. I think what 98 or something like that was the last time they made the playoffs. So like it was before LeBron was in. Last time the Cavs made the playoffs without LeBron was in the 90s. So that's something to think. I was like,
only
okay,
5 years ago.
I was looking at that stat. I was like, yeah, they haven't made the playoffs like without LeBron.
They got something to prove now, so
we can win. We
can win without LeBron. We don't need LeBron.
Yeah.
Forget LeBron. We don't need him. But they like,
he brought us our only title in 50 years, but yeah, we don't need him.
J.R. Smith. Well, that was far J.R. Smith because he was out there with his shirt off.
Yeah. Shout out J.R.
With no shirt off.
Two-time champion because he won one with the Lakers in the bubble too. J.R. Smith, two-time NBA.
Oh God, that was hilarious. When he was shirtless. That was so funny.
But yeah,
but
we had.
I think minimal sweeps. Like my thing is, like I said, I love like seeing series go, especially in the first round. I want to see a 6-game series. I don't want to just see sweeps across the board. I don't like just sweeps. I don't. That's boring. I want to see some, like you guys are in there, like you're fighting to like the death. It's like it should be.
Of course, you have like a couple of, like say Giannis and like that. You're gonna have your but you want to see like some battles too. Yeah,
I want to see some battles. Like obviously, if like one team is like so superior, like I said, like the Bucks are just super. Like
it's like that. I just gave. I said Bucks in 5 because Jimmy Butler factor. That's what. But it might be a sweep though.
Yeah, because Milwaukee. I mean, not Milwaukee. Miami. Like they're kind of old and they're.
Udonis Haslem was old 10 years ago.
Which killed us the other day, Strus, because he was popping. He was making every single 3. I was like, what the hell? What? So bad.
I think UD is finally retiring, so that's
because they was like they gave him his
if they get swept, this will be his it'd be his this probably be his last series because they not beating the Bucks, so these will probably be his last playoff series. Like he's finally retiring. Yeah.
Isn't he my age? I think he is. That's my age. He's over 40, or 40 at least. He has to be at least 40. He has to be.
Udonis Haslem was on the 06 Heat that beat Dallas with Dwayne Wade and Shaq. Think about it. When they won the title in 06, he was on that team.
Yeah.
He's still in the league. Think about it.
Still playing.
He's probably the only player from that team that's still playing.
I gotta look at say he's probably like 40 at least. He has to be at least 40 at least.
Udonis Haslem was on the 06 Heat, for those that don't know.
We saw him go through like the braids. He had the cornrows. We saw the different transitions with him.
Yeah.
But that'd be good that, and I'm sure that he's gonna be sitting next year as a coach in Miami. I'm sure
he ain't going nowhere because he's pretty much a coach now. So,
yeah, he's the unofficial coach. So it'd be good to see him suited up,
Played his whole team with the Heat, one team. Yeah, never.
I like that. I like seeing that. Yep. And like from what I've heard, like they was like he was always a good teammate and everything, like good locker room,
guy. Yeah,
you need that. Like every team needs like that person you can go to. Like you need a good teammate.
Miami, Miami retires number 40 jersey. I think they should.
I think they should on principle. I think they should because he played his whole career there. He's always been a stand-up guy.
Good guy in the community, like he's
he does stuff in Miami.
I think he deserves it. Yeah, I'd retire.
I think so too. I think so. I would do it.
All right, where we going now? Let's bring it local. Yeah. Walmart having a bunch of closings, including 83rd and Stewart. Like which as we recording this, they're closing today. It's recorded.
Yeah, they report they closed their last day. Yeah.
But me being me, I popped in there on Saturday just to be nosy.
I saw a video somebody posted and it
I
was
went
like
in.
shells were missing, shells with this bear and
Yeah, it's
everything.
like I don't know. I'm into shit like that when stores are closing, especially when a whole chain is closing. Like when Sears was going out of business. Like, I was just going
I
like
went when Toys R Us closed, and I should not have gone because it just like my childhood was just crushed in front of me when I
Sears
went to
and
Toys R Us.
Kmart. I didn't get to see Toys R Us there, but Sears and Kmart I definitely went when they were going out of business. Yeah.
Khalil was a baby when I went to Toys R Us. He was a baby. Yeah, and I went in there with
I
him.
wish
And
I would have went to the last Sears. The one out in Woodfield Mall was the last one to close. They closed what 2 years ago. I said I should have went there. They last
yeah, you
day
should have went there.
just to see like a Sears in 2021, like how depressing that had to look. So Sears just was still open in this decade in 2021. That's pretty amazing. They
Yeah,
Sears still open in the 2020s. It's like
and Walmart on 47th and Cottage is also
yeah,
closed.
that's the big one. Yeah, I didn't go that way. Yeah, I went to the one on 83rd and Stewart.
Yeah, I would go to the one at 83rd and Stewart. I would just pop in there real quick. If I need to grab a little you dig, I would just grab.
Yeah, I wasn't a regular shopper there. I've been there a few times, so yeah.
I would grab stuff like because I'd be in the area over there that way, so I would just grab some things real quick.
I definitely want to go this last day. I said I got to see. And I ended up buying something. I didn't steal. I'm sure there's a lot of people that were stealing because they say that's why these stores were like.
That's what they're saying.
It's
The
I'm
narrative
gonna
is
give my
that
opinion on all of that in a second. Yeah.
the narrative is that they said that they lose however many millions of dollars monthly or whatever. They said that it's an underperforming store, this, and they said business wise, that's why they made the executive decision to close this
These
store.
four
But
stores. I know the third one is the one on Broadway. I forget what the fourth one was. I don't remember. They closed 4 of them in Chicago.
yeah, it was like one on the west side or something. I think.
Probably that's why I don't
I
know.
think it was a west side one. I think. Yeah, but I mean, it didn't seem like it was underperforming to me. I said because I went in there often, so like I mean, well, it's always a Walmart thing where we always say like it's only 2 cashiers and everything is
That's what they say.
Walmart.
Walmart, they don't have a lot of employees there. Yeah, so that could be a problem. And another one, which a lot of people, the elephant in the well, not even an elephant, one that people aren't talking about is Brandon Johnson just got elected. He's talking about raising corporate taxes, so like Walmart leaving Chicago for that reason because they're not trying to pay that extra taxes. Like,
And that's what one of my Facebook friends said. They was like, "We ain't stupid." She was like, the people elected Brandon Johnson. The people of Chicago who voted elected him. And then the areas that were really heavily with Brandon Johnson that elected were South and West Side locations. And then they're like, you close these Walmarts on the South and West Side, Chicago. The fact that he said he's trying to raise corporate taxes. I mean,
which I get it. That's what corporations do. It's like, okay,
is it a coincidence?
that's what corporations do.
Is it?
So you're gonna raise our taxes? Okay, we just leave town then. Like, yeah, the corporations do that.
But like I know Walmart, like they don't necessarily provide the best pay and the best stuff for like their employees. Like they're making so much money. Like Walmart, you're making a lot of money. You are. It's like no way to life.
Waltons are always in the top 10.
Y'all are making a lot of money.
The Walton family is always in the top 10 of like
But a lot of people who work at Walmart have to like get on like financial assistance, whether it be Medicaid, SNAP benefits. A lot of their workers have to do that. And you guys are y'all are a multi-billion-dollar with a B company. So
but I'm not going to flip side. I'm not going to pretend like stealing ain't a problem. It's just not.
Yeah, I mean, like theft does happen.
It might not be the reason why they're leaving, but yes, definitely and brag about it. Yeah, like,
I mean, not being funny
because of the self checkout. It's like it's very easy to steal. It's like
here's the scanner right here. Boop, you go. Boop. Like
you ring up one item, you ring one item, and you get 5. It's like that. It's like that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Or you ring up like an Xbox controller, like as a great
As an Xbox.
as a great or whatever. People be playing games, doing stuff like that. But like I said, we're not gonna act like it's like not a thing. Theft, because theft does happen in stores, but it just didn't seem like it was underperforming
I
per
don't
se
know
to me.
underperforming, but yeah,
But that's the language that they use, underperforming. And I'm like, do the Randy Jackson. I don't know, dog, if it was underperforming. I don't know. I don't see underperformance. Like, you can tell certain stores, like when you go in there, you're like, okay, this store is probably gonna close. Like every time you go in this store, you go in the store consistently for like 3 weeks in a row, and it's like never no lines, and it's like
you're
just
almost always the only customer in there every time
you
you
can
go.
shoot a cannon through the store and not kill anybody.
Like Kmart before they went out of business.
And then like,
Nobody
and
was
then
shopping
like
at Kmart.
And then like the next week, there's like it's closed. Everything is gone. They don't put up a thing store closed. They don't put up a banner or nothing. It's just the next week you go, then it's
Most
closed.
Kmart's like during they probably last like 5, 6 years were like that. Like before they went out of it, you go in
Mm-hmm.
Kmart and like it was never anybody in there because Kmart by then nobody gave a shit about Kmart.
Nobody cared. Yeah,
So
nobody.
you knew they were going out of business. Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell some stores are about to close. You can tell, but Walmart always had stuff going on. It was always people in there, especially in that one.
I'm legit surprised they even reopened it after George Floyd summer of 2020. It's like
Yeah,
what
because they burned it. It was burnt. Yeah, they set it on fire. It was
was
set on fire. It was.
been fought to bring that back. Yeah.
Mhm. And I was shocked too that it came back because I just knew it wasn't going to come back. And then they opened it, what, like maybe that next fall, I want to
Yeah,
say. I
like
want
a
to say
year
like
later.
fall of 21.
So
I
yeah,
know it was a while that it wasn't open because I'm like, they ain't gonna open it back up. But then in the summertime, I just started seeing Walmart, we're hiring, like apply. And I was like, oh, they opening it back up? Because I want to say they opened it around Halloween in 2021. I want to say they opened it back up around that time.
then it's barely a year later and this shit is gone. They should have never opened it back up. Like I said, barely a year later.
And now it's like, where are they going to put there? Because like that's a big lot. It's like, what do you want? What do you want to put there?
I know Discover took over the fucking Target on 85th, the Cottage Grove. I don't know.
Another
Amazon,
call center.
Amazon be popping up everywhere. There we go. I don't know.
And then that wouldn't be surprising if Amazon opened up right there.
Amazon be opening up everywhere, literally.
Because Walmart did also have like not in addition to the Walmart right there, they had like the little Walmart Academy next to it. Remember, because it's like I guess like that's where their workers train at. So like they had like the little training station there too. That'd be interesting if
Amazon moved in.
Amazon takes that over. Because like you said, Amazon
They be
they
spawning. I never see them building an Amazon location. They're just there. And these are like ginormous or location. I don't know.
warehouses.
Never see them being built though. Yeah. If you see them being built, hit me at Ozman the Wizard. Show me pics because I never see them being built. Show
I've
me.
never seen them built. I've never seen Witchmacart being built either. I've never seen CVS's being built either. I've never seen those.
Yes, that's because they typically like TVS are like I won't call them squatters.
I know they took over Osco. They took over the
They
standalone
say be just
Osco.
taking over existing stores. They like squatters, almost
Yeah.
like CVS. It's like,
But it was like locations where like it
it's
was
probably like original
the
CVS.
corner was bare, and then it was a CVS, and I'm like, how they build a CVS so fast? I know they took over Osco because when Osco went out of business,
Standalone Osco CVS got a lot of those buildings. Yeah,
they took the standalone Osco.
when they decided to just close all the standalone Oscos and just move them into Jewel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said,
I remember when that happened.
Yes, got all those
Osco
locations. Yeah, they got on like every one of them. They got
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I just had to see for myself. Yeah, and I ended up buying something. Like I said, it was something small, but just I got something well.
Yeah, I tried to go in there, but then like when I went over there, like cause I was trying to pick up something or whatever, and then when I rolled up, and I was like, people were standing outside. I'm like, what time you guys over there? Like, oh, we don't open till 8. And I'm like, okay, forget it. I was trying to go that day and do it, but it was like 7:25 or something. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna wait till 8 o'clock.
Like you appreciate this, like the Broadway location. You know what that was? That was the old Times Square.
Times Square
arcade back in the. That's where that location was. The old Times Square arcade from back in the 80s and the early 90s. That was that location. That's where the Broadway Walmart was. So that one's closing too, the old Times Square. So I wonder what they're gonna put there, because like because it always
that's another good location.
always be Times
Like
Square.
it's a diagonal street, so that's a good
Clark,
location.
Clark Diversey and Broadway is like it's three
Yeah,
there that intersect.
intersection. Yeah. So
And like the old Times Square arcade used to be there back in the day that Dad used to take us to.
and play jazz.
Well, I played Gallagher, but yeah, like you
My
said,
dad played jazz. I played Miss Pac-Man. That's what I played. That's the only thing I could play was Miss Pac-Man.
it was probably a lot of games I played. It's Double Dragon. I'm just like,
Double Dragon.
if I start going down the rabbit hole, we'd be here all night.
Hubert. Hubert.
Classic 80s and 90s games.
Mario Brothers.
Mario Brothers.
The thing, yeah.
All right, where are we going next? Let's you got something, because I done took over and shit.
I was going to go serious note where we could talk about this.
You want to get the silly shit out? Oh, let's just go serious then. Yeah, go ahead.
What were you going to say for silly?
I'll get yours. So I might not even do this story. So
okay. I'm serious. Jamie Foxx, like
they said medical emergency. Yeah, still like some people are saying a stroke, but that hasn't been confirmed yet.
It still hasn't been confirmed, but this is straight from his daughter, Corinne, because she put out saying that her father had a medical emergency, and she said just keep him lifted in your prayers. But she said, but thankfully
he's doing better.
And she was like, and they reacted quick, so that's why I'm like, it could be a stroke, because whenever they mention stroke, they always say you want to be fast. I forget what that acronym, face drooping. I forget like what the rest of the acronym is, but whenever somebody is showing signs of a stroke, the quicker you react to them, the better chance they have of like recovery, survival, and recovery. Yes, so it's like you want to react quickly.
They didn't react in time. The ones you see like where like half their body is paralyzed, that's the ones that didn't react in time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you want to react quickly. So literally every second counts. Like if you just kind of just sit back from it. So the fact that she did say that that they reacted quickly, that medical attention was given immediately, and that like everybody did what they were supposed to do, and that he's recovering. So I'm wondering if it is any validity with the stroke. But at this time, I said we don't have a definitive, like it's been other sources saying, but nothing from his family. Nobody in his family is saying that he has
been like second and third hand.
Yeah, a source close to the family. Okay, what is it? Who is his source?
Or she have made up sources. Stop the cap.
Source. But I mean, I'll go by what his daughter said, because I mean, she knows what's going on with her father. I'll go by the daughter.
She said it was a stroke, so I'm going by her words.
Yeah, I'm going by the daughter. But Jamie, though, it's like, man, like that one, like, come on, like we need Jamie
since In Living Color. Yeah, that's a long time. Yeah, fan of this dude. Yeah,
30 years we've been following his career. Yeah, because he joined Living Color like 93.
Yeah. Before that, yeah, he joined like season 3, I want to say. So whatever year that was, 91 or 2, something like whatever. I think 91, something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we've been following his career, and the Wanda, hey, for real though, like we liked Wanda and
Carl the Tooth, like the boxer. Yeah. What other characters did he do? Is
when he did the Prince butt out jeans, that was so funny.
Yeah.
He did Prince. And then like before his Unpredictable album, he had Infatuation. Like we followed JB from Infatuation.
Jamie wanted his first time he wanted to make an album. He said he made that, and then he took a break from music until Kanye pulled him back into it. Yeah, which you saw in the Kanye Genius. Is like he like got Jamie looking for some Marvin Gaye, Luther Vandross. He got him to do a hook on Slow. Yeah. And that's when that run came with Unpredictable, and all of that came out of that run.
Yeah. But Jamie, multi-talented, multi-hyphenated star, like actor,
Oscar singer, winner, yeah, Ray Charles, Oscar
winner, comedian.
Ray, yeah. Make it do what it do, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Renaissance man. Like he pretty much can do Like he has the range. Like I mean, with acting, we just thought, okay, you're Buns from Booty Call. Like when he first was like okay, like yeah, you can only do comedy, but then he showed that he can do Ray. He can do a serious role like that, and he
Another
just
one of my favorite roles he did, slept on, motherfucker Jones. Let's go ahead. Horrible bosses.
He was good in Collateral with Tom Cruise. That was good. Collateral was really good.
He got nominated for that because I think
That was really good.
I think he got
Collateral was
nominated
really
twice
good.
in the same year. He got nominated for supporting actor in Collateral and then the lead actor in Ray. He won the Ray. He didn't win Collateral. So he could have won 2 Oscars that year, I believe. I think he was nominated twice that year, if I'm not mistaken.
Because Collateral was really good. That was a really good movie. It was. But yeah, like Jones said, yeah, he was horrible. He was funny and horrible boss. He was. But Jamie is like, so you saw that range where like, okay,
He
where
could
you're like,
play
okay,
Ray and then he could play
silly.
Collateral and then he could play motherfucker Jones. Like he could play
Yeah,
all.
you gotta be able to move around and do that.
Played
And
Electro and Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man.
yeah, that was good. He was good in that.
Electro, yeah.
He was
So
good
he
in
could play a
Spider-Man.
Marvel villain. He
And then he can sing, and we just appreciate Jamie Foxx's voice. He can sing, yeah.
and his stand-up was good. I've seen his stand-up, yeah, on yeah, his HBO
He's
special.
funny.
He was talking about of course, like Willie Beeman, how we forget, yeah, because he was talking about his experience on the set with LL on any.
Well, they got into a fight.
LL was like a method actor, so like
LL really thought that he was
tackling for real. Like he's like, dude, we just acted. It's like, he was actually tackling. Like,
makes you wonder, like when LL was in Too Deep, like how did he be method acted and he gave his son what he doing?
He really killed that guy that with the pool stick. I haven't seen
love it.
That actor since that. So there you go. Hey, that's a movie that beat the shit out of Jermaine Dupri. Yeah, that was like in 2D. Remember that? When they beat Murphy got his ass whipped. I just thought about that.
Was he Grimy Melvin? Wasn't he Grimy Melvin? I think.
So.
Jermaine Dupri was Grimy Melvin.
Shit out of him. I remember that.
I haven't seen Too Deep in so long. I haven't seen it in years, probably like 20 years.
Damn, Greer was in it. I'm just remembering the movie now.
It's been, and then Omar's had them horrible dreads every time he went incognito or whatever.
He got out of being when he got out of being in Too Deep. Yeah,
he had that hair. Nia Long, I know, was his love interest.
Girl in that, yeah. Hill Harper was the lackey. I remember he was.
Oh yeah, he was the lackey. Yeah.
LL's lackey kind of
lackey, yeah. It's always a lackey. You always like the young dumb guy you gotta have. But yeah, I mean, we just want to keep Jamie lifted up because, like I said, he's definitely one of ours from our generation. Like he's our generation. Like we love some Jamie Foxx. Like he's hilarious.
He's going back to In Living Color. Been a fan ever since. Yeah.
I even watched his show. I watched Beat Shazam because he was on there with his daughter doing Beat Shazam. So I will watch that.
Speaking of that, yeah, the Jamie Foxx show. How we forget about that?
Here I come, here I come, here I come.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that there in the Jingles 2000. I really didn't like that era. I can be honest. I didn't like the.
I want Alex Tomlinson that era.
I didn't like that era. Chris Spencer. I didn't like that era. I didn't. Because it took away the funkiness. Especially when they put him in Fancy, it's like a real couple because it was kind of like the fun, the chase.
They won't they? You kind of like when that's the thing with these shows, like with the couples, will they, won't they? They always fall off when you put the couple together.
Yeah, when you put them together, it's kind of like
when they finally put Urkel and Laura together. Like nobody cared. It's like because it was more fun watching them stalk her. It's like now that they're together, like now what's the story? It's like okay now
that the chase is gone.
Like
it's the thrill of the chase. A lot of times, so it's like Jamie always like from day one when he saw Fancy, hey, how you doing? It was like that from day one.
Like yeah. But she always was rejecting him. She like it'd be like another guy or like
Jamie
she just wasn't feeling him. And in real life, now we know she said his dick was too big, so she didn't date him. That's her word. Just like
she said it was a baby arm in his pants, which makes me be like, okay, but then you married your husband. But then you married your husband though, so it makes you wonder, like, hey, that's why you married your husband.
That's why Garcelle prefers white boys. Did I say that? Who said that?
That was her words that he was too packing. He was packing a little too much for her
Yeah,
to
we were
handle.
just friends, but yeah, we tried to date. Yeah, it was too much. I couldn't date him. It's like,
I might get her book, so I know because like she has a book out or whatever. Because like she talked about that she dated Will Smith briefly.
okay, this is
Yeah.
before before the I ain't gonna say.
Before and no, but this is what she mentioned because like at the time, because remember she was
I
on
don't want
that
to
she was in
roast her, but
remember she was on the episode of the Fresh
before
Prince.
he dated, before he got
Remember she was on the episode of the Fresh Prince back in the day, remember? And that's how they met.
okay.
That's how they met on the Fresh Prince or whatever. And then she had started dating Will. And then she said that one time when she was dating him, and this is when she was like, okay, like he playing games.
She came in his trailer and he saw his trailer.
You're pretty close. This is what happened because she said that he had his son Trey already from his previous marriage,
Yeah.
and then she said that
He was still married when he was dating her, basically.
he was already divorced. He was already
Well,
divorced.
he was already with what's her name then?
No, he wasn't with. He was.
It was
Let me
somebody
let
in
me.
between.
Let me.
I
Let me
thought he
finish.
started dating her
So
when he was still married
this
to
is
the
what
first one.
happened. So she was like she was in the car with him and his son or something, and then like or something like or she called him or something happened, and then her son was like his son was like, yeah, is that Miss Jada? And then when she heard that Miss Jada, she was like, no, because like the son, kids tell your business. So the kid was just like innocently, oh, is that Miss Jada?
And then
And that's when she was like, okay. She was
here's,
like, I'm out. And
here's a
then
part she didn't put in the book when Will popped he popped Trey and then said, yeah, keep Miss Jada's name out your fucking mouth. She didn't say all that. That's what happened after she left. Yeah, when he popped him. Yeah.
because he said when it came from Miss Jada, and then that's when she knew, like, okay, like he out here playing the. I mean, I get that people are trying to keep.
I knew he went straight from because he got interested in Jada when he was still married. He was like, yeah, I met the perfect woman, but I'm married. Like he tells that story all the time.
He tells that story all the time. Yeah.
So yeah, so yeah, he was like, even though he divorced his wife, was dating Jada, but was still like messing around with other chicks like Garcelle. I believe that. It's like,
Yeah. Because he said, Miss Jada, is that Miss Jada? The son clearly said Miss Jada. So
her name out your.
so she was in the end, but it was kind of, because we know like the people, unless like, well, in today's society, until you go Instagram official, you're not a couple, right? Until you like go social media, you're not a couple.
Hashtag Instagram official.
Like you kind of just we're cool, we're kicking it, but the second you put that picture up with your boo on your Instagram, y'all a couple. Y'all are dating for real.
Yo Gotti.
Yeah, y'all a couple. It's like beforehand, it's like you guys aren't labeled, so pretty much like you can date whoever you want.
Or Chili and Matthew Lawrence, like this.
Yeah, once you do that, ting, now you're a couple. It's like, okay, now y'all are official. So then if we see your mate out there on a date with a mystery person, then we're like, ooh, your man out here cheating, ooh, your woman out here cheating. Then it becomes that.
So then when you see Chili out with another man, then Matthew's brother be like, whoa.
Whoa.
His older brother be like, whoa.
I like them as a couple a little bit because it's like my teenage 90s self is like, okay, you got Chili and one of the Lawrence boys. And okay, I kind of like it. I kind of do. I don't think that a lot of people I know were saying that they was just like they were. I don't think they're not a couple. I don't think they're not a couple.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about them yet, but they seem happy.
I kind of like them as a couple. I kind of do. Yeah. But like I said, Jamie, we're gonna keep you lifted up because we need your talent. We need your talent out there. We do.
You're an official legend out here in these streets.
You are. You're our legend. You're one of us from our generation. You're one of us. Yep.
Well, that's gonna do it for Not Another Damn Podcast.
Yeah. That'll do it. That'll do it.
Let's wrap this bitch up. Definitely appreciate you supporting Not Another Damn Podcast. You want to support us further, you know what to do. Give us a like. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms, talking Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What up, Tasha?
Hey.
YouTube, and your Amazon Alexa devices. You can follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. You know how to get at me and how I do it. You know how to reach me up in this. I'm just saying. Come on.
And you can check me out at MSIMAH626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also at SCRAGULLEY1 on Twitter, SCRAGULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs. And for your video production needs, check out straightgullyproductions.com.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
And we will talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.